Hello, you beautiful earth babies. Oh my god. Okay, time for our weekly read. I've been having some issues with my throat chakra a little bit here. I've been sick, so I've had sick babies in my house, and I have now taken care of all the babies, and now I am left sick. So let's do this, right? So this is going to be for the earth babies, the weekly read for the Taurus, the Virgos, and the Capricorns, right? It's going to be for November 25th through December 2nd. So let's just kind of see where our energy is here. The cards are really talking today. Same for the water signs. They were coming out. The story was crazy, and it's going on again for the earth babies too. So there's a lot of shifts, energetic shifts that are taking place this week. For the water signs and for the earth signs, right? All of us as collectives, right? Because remember, it's been about opening that heart chakra, right? Okay, so earth babies, let's go ahead and rock star into this little journey that we've got ourselves on, so we can figure out what's going on and where we are this week. This week we're starting out in the Queen of Swords energy, speaking our truth, right? In our queen energy, right? Sitting on our throne, right? King or queens. But again, it's about opening that heart chakra, right? Feeling that passion, speaking your truth, being able to open and just be who you are, right? So that's what we're starting out with in the beginning of the week, is speaking our truth, right? Because then we have our Six of Swords here, right? And this is just saying that we have been put on a spiritual timeout, which I know I was. I was put in a damn spiritual sickness, or sickness, as my granddaughter calls it. Yeah, so, and so we're resting up, right, before we come out in our King or Queen of Swords energy, right? Resting, we're getting ready before we come out, speak our truth, and take on that next battle, right? We're just healing, rejuvenating, resting, right? Because it looks like we're taking on within this next battle here. This is why we're taking that spiritual time out, right? Because it looks like we have the Emperor here, right? Yeah. See, and look, he looks like he's got the hobgoblin face to me. It's so funny. Look at his face, like he's just sitting there on his throne, so stern, right? Funny. Okay, so we're resting up before we take on this next battle with the Emperor here. With speaking our truth. Right? Because we have been, again, you know, working on our pinnacles. Here we are, earth babies. You know, just really kind of nurturing ourselves, right? Nurturing, trying to save money, trying to get out of our lack mentality of thinking, right? Just kind of nurturing ourselves, healing ourselves, right? Getting over all this devastation and shit, right, that we've just had to release. So again, it's like, it's mine, it's mine. That's how I feel in this one. It's mine, don't touch, it's mine. Okay, because we're really looking for the Two of Wands energy, all that creative passion, fire, and desire that we have, right? You know, we're really looking for that connection, right? That soul connection in that journey, right? Someone that is going to connect mentally, physically, and emotionally where we need to be, right? On this journey, right? What a beautiful card, right? Two souls becoming one, right? being the light, joining that creative passion, those fires and desires, right? Because then we have Four of Wands, right? Oh, right? Your spiritual journey, that's what you're really looking to connect in, right? Two of Wands, all that fire, passion, desire, right? Feeling, emotion, right? Earth babies, we have been wanting to just feel something, right? Not the not the shit we've been trying to get rid of. Excuse me. Right? Our spiritual journey, right? That beautiful, look at the beautifulness, like abundance overfloweth of emotion, right? Absolutely. It's really kind of funny when I have these two cards laid down. It's like you've got the one energy here looking, right, at the earth energy. It's mine, right? One is, it's like one energy is working on the pentacles, and then the other energy here is looking to the happiness, the light, right? And this energy here is doing work, right? Working on pentacles, working on money, working on that passion, that passion, that fire, and that desire, right? So it's about joining those two to become one. Putting these two energies together. See, they're independent of each other, but on the same journey. Oh, that's beautiful. Earth babies. Right? Because then we have yeah, so your celebration here. Kisses! Okay, right? Because then that brings your celebration, right? So it's like you're just sitting here with your emotions full, right? Looking off. This reminds me of like our reflection card, right? Like revisiting the past, right? Your past. This to me is feeling the past, right? Going back, looking at snowing. Gosh, these cards, this is crazy today. Okay, so, so Earth babies, we might be in our head a little bit here, right? We're sitting here looking at all of the abundance that we've been building, filling our cups up, right? Feeling in this high vibe energy of that passion, that love, that desire, right? And just starting to unfold, it's starting to unfold for us, right? We're starting to see that connection, that beauty, right? And then so now it's like we're revisiting the memories from our past, things from our past, right? Our feelings, our emotions, our passions, our fires, our desires, right? Because it's right here, we're looking to get out of frickin' heartbreak, right? Blah. We're looking to get out of this shit, right? We're looking to fly that, right? Get out of our emotions, right? And really get out of ego. We're looking to get out of ego so we can step forward in our open heart chakra. Remember, it's about building and balancing ego and love, right? You need them both, yes, but you can't let one overrule the other, right? You can't think too much because then you're putting too much logic into the situation, and you have to think a little bit because you just can't go doing shit because you feel like it, right? Like there's always a consequence to your actions, right? Right, so so getting out of heartbreak, right? So that was probably the other reason why Spirit has us on rest, time out, because we need to rest so we can have the strength to fight this battle, to move on out of heartbreak, getting out of our emotions, right? Not setting in them for too long, thinking about them, going over them. That means you're meant to feel them, right? But then allowing them to pass and move on, right? Because you're looking to get out of that heartbreak, right? Because you want passion, fire, desire, right? You don't want fear. You want to be grounded, right? Chase the sun here. Fly. It's like flying off into the sunset in your happiness, that beautiful place, right? That emotional soul connection, that connection that is so heartfelt, like you can feel it, right? That's what you're looking for, Earth babies. Yeah, see, because then you come out speaking your truth, because this one is underneath, or the Lovers is underneath the Queen of Swords. So the kings and queens, it's about, again, you know, stepping into our emotions, speaking our truth about what we want, where we see our journey, what is our passion, what is our fire, what is that desire, what is that journey that we're chasing here, right? Because then we have, right, time out. So underneath that card is our Queen of Pentacles. Again, so yes, Spirit has put us on that time out. Again, we're going through transformation, right? Again, we were doing the mind, working on money, right? Saving money, working on money, doing whatever we needed to do. So this is just clarifying, you know, that's what's happening. We're in transformation into our king or queen energy, right? This is Earth baby. So again, this is just clarifying Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, that we're in transformation, and we're opening that heart chakra, right? That's why we're in rest mode there. Because then we have the Emperor here, right? So clarifying, the Emperor is the Chariot, fast, sudden, quick movement. Getting out of shadow self, right? Getting out of shadow self, making the movement to fly, and speak your truth to this Emperor here. He's on his sword, right? Feathers. And then we have, you know, you're seeking your completion, right? Your abundance, right? So that's probably the other reason why you're on timeout, on a rest, to getting ready for this battle. Yeah, because then we have here the Earth energy, right? Our energy, we've been put on that timeout, kind of trying to figure out our next part of our journey, right? So underneath that, we have the King of Swords. Again, it's about speaking your truth to this king or queen energy this week. Yeah. Feathers. Gosh, I'm seeing feathers everywhere. Feathers. Okay. So then under the Two of Wands here, we have the Empress, right? The open heart chakra, taking our journey, ready to fly, right? Following our passions, our fires, our desires, our emotions, following our heart, following our emotions in this situation, because we want that passion, that fire, that desire. We also want that happy balance. We also want stability, logic, structure in this relationship, emotion. Right? Because now that I'm looking at it this way too, now we have the Chariot moving fastly to speak its truth to the King of Swords, right? So then we have the King of Swords here looking away from the Empress. Looking away from the Empress. She's flying on her spiritual journey, chasing her passions, fires, desires, and speaking her truth, and he's got his back to the Empress. So this just means to me somebody's not speaking their truth. Somebody's not speaking their truth here, because that's what we were coming in for, is to speak our truth to the King of Swords. We did that, right? He still has our back to us. So now, Earth energies, we're like, I don't think this is what I'm asking for, so I'm going to continue doing this. So she flies away, right? Because then we have under your spiritual celebration, kisses, and your emotions and your fire and your passion and your desire this week, Earth babies. That is followed by the Two of Cups, right? The unfolding of your emotions, opening our hearts. Kisses, see, kisses. Two souls becoming one journey. The Two of Wands, two souls becoming one journey. That's what you're looking for, Earth babies, when we open that heart chakra. Yeah, because we don't do feels. I know, guys, for real. I understand the Taurus, Virgos, and the Capricorns all too well, because obviously I'm a Taurus too. So I know we don't do feels very well. But once we open that heart chakra, it's on! I know, boo-boos, I know, I get it. I get it. All right, because then we have here being in your Six of Cups, looking off in that journey, right? Doing your reflections, going through your past, seeing what was, right? And then after going through this journey of seeing what was, here it is, you're in your emotions. Oh yeah, 111, it looks like to me. So the 3. Huh. Okay, never mind, sorry. So then here we are, right, in our emotions. Everybody's drinking from this cup of emotions, right? Balance, because you're trying to get out of heartbreak, Earth babies here, right? Trying to get out of heartbreak, because we want happiness, right? Earth babies, we are looking for abundance, stability, right? Passion, fire, desire, being ourself, right? Just feeling and being ourself, feeling something besides heartbreak all the time, right? Wanting to be out of those emotions, to fly out of them, you know, being so done with being in your emotions that you just can't stand it anymore, right? So you want your frickin' sunshine. You want some happiness in your life. I get it. I get it, boos. Because, you know, Earth babies, we know that this is part of our destiny, part of our karma, part of our cycle, right? On taking this journey, this spiritual journey. We know what our calling is. Because then we have the High Priestess, right? And then we have the Five of Swords, right? So again, this is about connecting to yourself, feeling this heartbreak, right? But choosing to get out of shadow self, take your spiritual journey, your purification, opening that heart chakra. That's the only thing left in our journey, Earth babies. So this week it is really about getting over this heartbreak and opening that heart chakra, right? So you can see things differently, right? Taking that spiritual purity to balance out ego and love, right? Because then here we have the Five of Swords, right? See, she's looking off this way, feeling defeated, right? I don't think this is the shit I manifested. We need to try again. Because it didn't work out. So, I get it, boo-boos. You guys are funny. Actually, we're funny because I feel it. I know exactly what you're into. Here we go. Because then we have the World, right? We want freaking completion. We want our divine union with spirit, right? We want oh yeah, remember I said, where were we? We were flying, oh, right here, yeah, in the chariot. In the chariot, see, the bows aren't on it yet. Look at, and so now we're flying off. Remember, this is our fast, sudden movement. And that's because we want the world, right? We want love and affection and beauty. We want to feel beautiful inside and out, right? 2222 when I said that. What? Thanks, Spirit. Because here we are, you know, yes, we are still taking our journey. There is so much still hidden from us that we are still working on and trying to figure out, right? But again, it's about how creative you can be to get your fruits, your abundance here, your fruits of labor, right? See, instead of just eating what's on the ground and being an ego, and not looking for your future, right? Thinking about it, right? Here you're oh, really? So let me just go up this ladder and let me have a taste of those delicious berries. Right? See, that's what it is. It's about where you're putting yourself and how you use it and switch it, right? And see, she's got her spiritual crown, right? Beautiful. Because here we are, coming out as the Ace of Swords. Remember, Earth babies, we are in the King and Queen of Swords energy, right? So we have lots of truth that is coming out this week. In our journey, whether it be spiritually, mentally, or voicing. So we have the Ace of Swords here, right? It's coming straight out your face hole, like you're done with this shit. You want to know about your passions again. See, shooting straight up, and you want your happiness, you want your fulfillment, right? So it's speaking your truth about your passions, your fires, and your desires in order to take you into this beginning here, right? And tempering out our emotions during this time, right? Balancing out love and ego so we can continue. Because here again, I've been drawn to this star. I've seen this star in a couple of these. Okay, so the star again, this is wish fulfillment, right? On our passions, our love, our fire, our desire, right? You know, manifesting, seeing the magic, right? Seeing it, being there to feel it, right? That is our wish fulfillment, and that's what we want. So that's why we need to balance out our ego and our love, because again, we're opening that heart chakra. So when we do that, earth babies, obviously it puts us on the road to following our passion, our fire, desire, right? Because here we have all these cups now that we want to fill, and we want to get over there. We want to get out of shadow self. We want to be here in our passion, our fire, and our desire. So we're trying to figure out how the fuck to get over there, right? So that creates the judgment in the situation, right? There's only judgment in the situation when there is an imbalance. So judgment comes in and shakes that shit up and balances shit out, right? And it's about not crying over spilled milk, right? Getting over those emotions. If you just turn around, earth babies, there's 2 cups. The universe is offering your judgment here. That's why you have judgment. Here's your help. Here's your backup. This is whatever it is that you need, right? So until then, it's about, again, making sure that you are being nurturing, feeding your crew, right? Your whoever, your friends, your followers, family, right? Nurturing, and showing them how to manifest and get into, claim their abundance, because now we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is movement. Right, making movement to show everybody how to, right, because we've got our eyes on the prize here. We want that pentacle in our basket. We want that pentacle in our basket, and we're trying to figure out how the hell do we get this pentacle in a basket, right? So then it's turning our energy into the Knight of Cups, right? Again, taking our journey, right? Opening that heart chakra, because that's where we are, is opening that heart chakra, right? So this is about being the giver and the receiver, right? The Knight, it's a message of love, opening that heart chakra and giving that message of love, right? Because you've been put on that spiritual time out, right? Blindfolded, taking that journey, right? 2 of Swords. It's about taking that journey and blindly walking it in faith, right? Just keep going, because you don't want to make the wrong decision. Once you get out of that and make your decision, that puts us in the Knight of Swords energy, fast movement, speaking our truth on our journey, ready to rock and roll, right? Because then we have the 9 of Cups reversed, which means our manifestations were not fruitful, right? That's why I had that energy like, I don't think this is what I manifested. Let's start over. Let's start over. Okay, right, because it wasn't fruitful for us, right? So again, that made us start working on our passions, our fires, our desires, our pentacles. Here we are, earth babies, keeping ourselves grounded, putting ourselves in the king or queen energy, feeling fruitful within ourselves, right? Keeping ourselves balanced and nurturing, being nurturing, right? Because then we have fast movement. We have the 8 of Wands, right? Eye on the prize, right? The target, eye on the prize, moving through. Nothing's going to stop you now, right? Because here we want the Ace of Pentacles. That's exactly what we want, is that Ace of Pentacles. Now we can see the clearing. We're following our passions, our fires, desires, right? It's putting us in our happy place, and now it's ready to be abundant for us, because that puts us into the full energy, which is our new beginnings, right? Starting over, seeing the unfold, and keeping ourselves grounded, getting ready to fly, right? And again, this is just taking that journey. Feathers, feathers, feathers. I've been seeing feathers everywhere, you guys. And again, so now we have the 7 of Cups, right? Here, because this is, we're in our head, this is what we're thinking. We're balancing out love, we're balancing out ego, we're balancing out where we want to go with our future, right? Balancing out fear, balancing out the unfoldment, our manifestations, our creations, right? We're looking in, we're putting everything in different compartments, right? Because here we are standing proud in our passion, in our fire, in our desire, strong and ready to be the givers and the receivers of nourishment, of love, of togetherness, right? And speaking our truth in our fire, our passion, our desire, looking for our happy place, right? Defending it. Right? Well, I'm going to stop there because I'm almost at timeout. Holy cow. Wow, Earth babies, we had a lot going on. We've got a lot going on. So much big love, so much peace. Until next week, this will be December 2nd, so I'll be back on December 3rd, you guys, to finish this story out. It's crazy because by then we'll know where we are, right? We'll have figured out where this crazy journey has taken us, and that'll be in December, so happy Thanksgiving. Until then, peace out, so big love, and I will get back with you guys next week. So much love, so much peace. Hopefully I'll have a voice too. Peace.